So we're going to look into like the digital marketing terminology, which I use when you're running a marketing campaign. So guys have to understand again, digital marketing is a technical professional, and it's a little bit more measurable. It's not like something you can do and keep that job if you're not really performing or driving sales, driving results. So you have to be really good at what you're doing to be able to keep the clients as long as you can. So the first time we're going to look into is performing marketing. So what is performing marketing? Performing marketing is basically another type of marketing inside the digital marketing, which is basically referred to a marketer or a process of driving selling results for a campaign. And we can give an example for if you're running a campaign marketing for like e-commerce or a website which sells product online. So and your objective here is to drive sales. So any marketing that you do or any of your strategy that you implement to drive sales to that particular product is called performing marketing. Because there's another type of marketing where you just focus on driving awareness. You can be driving engagement and other different objective. But performing marketing is basically designed specifically for driving actual results, which is usually about the sales and customer engagement as well as brand visibility. So now let's talk about KPI. So key performance indicator. Basically, KPI is how you measure the growth of your company or how you measure effectiveness of your actually marketing campaign. So KPI are a specific metric used to measure the effectiveness of marketing effort and campaign. So in this example, I can give an example. Let's say you are running a marketing campaign for like a mobile application. You have a client who has a mobile application. It is a new mobile application that say, hey, Mr. Patrick, I want you to run a campaign for me. And this campaign, the objective need to be to drive downloads. You want people to download the application, right? So in that case, you're going to measure the effectiveness of your campaign. You're going to measure how many downloads you got from that campaign. That's going to be the results or what you put in a report when you take to the client. Usually, you have to understand also there's what you call vanity metrics. Vanity metrics is basically something which user can do on your product but doesn't actually drive any growth. In usual right now, when you're running a marketing for like a mobile applications, downloads are not really considered as a KPI anymore. The reason why is people can download the application and never use it. You know what I mean? So nowadays they focus more on engagement. How long does the customer or the user spend on the application, or what did he do? What did he click? Or which product did they buy? So that's more like a KPI which have effectiveness or which has actually tangible result to a company. Somebody downloading the application does not really mean anything, until they create an account and engage with the application or make a purchase. That's when it start making sense, or even it can actually have an effect on your bottom line of your clients. So now let's talk about what is a CPC. Again, CPC is the way you measure the cost of your marketing campaign. Let's say your clients say, hey, Mr. Patrick, we are looking to run a campaign on Google. I want you to, we have a $5,000 budget, and we are looking to drive 5,000 downloads on our application. That's an example, right? So, and you say, okay, then your first thing you want to do is you want to go on Google first, or you go on a Facebook or whatever platform you're going to be used to market. Find out the cost per click. In that way, you can know, okay, if I spend $5,000, I'm going to get maybe 10,000 click, and 10,000 click, maybe 30% conversion rates. You're going to get about 3,000 downloads from that $5,000. So you cannot is the amount an advertiser pay for each click on the ad or in a PPC advertising campaign, right? So that's kind of like the way you basically measure the cost, and this is very important to know or to understand, because it's going to have a real effect when you start working with actual real clients. You have to be able to understand how you are spending the client's money. So in a normal setting, the way it works is the clients will give you the money, or they will give you their credit card, the business credit card, and they will ask you, hey, this is a credit card, and our marketing budget is $5,000, and we want you to drop this specific results. And what you're going to do is you are going to figure out the way, or the cheapest way, or the most effective way to actually achieve clients' results. Guys, again, it's not really that important that you run a campaign on all the platforms. If you understand your client's business and the target audience, you can choose one platform that's going to drive the best results. For you to keep your job and to be able to make more money, you have to drive results for your clients. That's the key. So now let's look another thing right here. What is a CPM? What you call cost per 1,000 impressions. When you talk about CPM, it's cost an advertiser pay for 1,000 views or impression on the advertisement. So that's different, right? So if you talk about CPC, you are actually looking for driving results. You're actually looking to take the prospect who's going to see you to your website to do some sign activities, maybe buy stuff or sign up or whatever. So when you come to CPM, you're not looking to take the customer from the platform you're advertising on you are looking to them to engage with your whatever you're advertising. For example, it can be like a video, and then you want them to actually watch the video. So in this case, Facebook or Google will charge you based on how many impressions, per thousand impressions. They're going to have a price, maybe like $5 per 1,000 impressions, and that's how they're going to actually charge you. So now we're going to talk about CTR. This is a very important term when it comes to marketing as well, digital marketing specifically, because this has to do with the digital digital activities, right? So it's the percentage of people who click on a specific link compared to the number of the total user who view the page or email or advertisement. So one time you would be in an office, maybe you're working with a digital marketing company, and they will ask you, hey, the campaign you're running right now, what is our click-through rates? So basically what they mean is if 1,000 people watch the ad we are running on Facebook or Google or YouTube, how many of them they're actually clicking on that ad? So this can be like, okay, our click-through rate is 30%, for example. That means every 1,000 people who watch the campaign, only 300 people clicks on that campaign. So you have to understand, everybody going to watch your ad is not going to click on your ad. So there are going to be some people who are going to be interested in your product and they're going to click on your ad. And it's very important that you increase the percentage of click-through rate. And the way you do it is you only can do this with the right targeting. When you're running a campaign, you actually have the right targeting. You're targeting the right people. You target the right people when you have the data of those people or when you understand who you target. For example, if I'm running a campaign for like a Nike, a company which sells shoes for young people, right? If I'm going to run a campaign, I'm going to find what you call interest. I have to understand, okay, people who wear shoes of Nike shoes, Jordan shoes, what other product are they interested in? You know what I mean? You can say, okay, people who wear Jordan, they're more likely to buy Supreme. You know what I mean? So in that case, I can even add Supreme as my interest when I'm doing like a customer targeting, when I'm doing a targeting audience. I can add, okay, people are interested in Supreme, they're more likely to buy Nike shoes, so I'm going to add that over there. So the better you target your audience, you're going to be able to save money for your clients because the ad is not going to show for people who are not interested. And also you're going to be able to drop the best results for your clients. If your click-through rate is too low, that means your ad is targeting the wrong people. And you can actually have a problem with your boss or you can have a problem with your clients. So you have to be very careful with that. So there's another one which you call PPC. PPC itself is, for example, we looked at the CPC, right? This is cost per click, right? CPC is a part of PPC. PPC is basically a campaign which is driving, which is its main goal, its primary goal is to drive clicks. It's to drive people to click on a certain campaign. That's the whole point of, PPC. Then CPC is the way you pay for that type of campaign. I don't know if it makes sense. If you have a problem, if I have a question, please make sure you put in a chat. We can, I'm going to be able to answer your question over there. So the other thing is now we're going to talk about is so we're going to start PPC, which is pay-per-click, a type of online advertising, where advertisers pay fees each time their ad is clicked. It's common model for search engine advertising. So this is very common when you are advertising in Google. So let's say when you search something like a restaurant near me, right? You see that one restaurant comes on the top and say ad. So that restaurant is paying the Google to display at the first row. And then when somebody clicks on that, guess what happened? The Google charge them based on that click. So it's just that simple like that. So now let's talk about the landscape of marketing, right? In marketing, there's a few parties which are involved in a whole process. You know what I mean? So we have advertisers, we have publishers, we have ad networks, and then we have agency, we have channels and other stuff. So let's talk about the advertiser. So if you're in a marketing, there's multiple parties. So advertiser is individual organization that promote a product, service, or idea through various marketing channels. So this is the person who is paying their product or their ad or their business to be shown in front of their customers. Now we have what you call publishers. Publishers is an individual organization that produce and distribute content through various channels, such as websites, social media platform, or print media. So I'll give you an example. For me, for example, I have a business and I want to run a campaign on YouTube. When I run a campaign on YouTube, me myself, I'm what you call an advertiser. I'm an advertiser on YouTube. And then my campaign is going to show on a particular video on YouTube. The person who owns that video on YouTube, the creator who created the video on YouTube is what you call a publisher. Is the one who's publishing the content. Then what you call ad network. So ad network is basically, ad network is the act as intermediate between advertiser seeking to display the ad and publisher offering to display on their platform. So ad network is basically the YouTube. So you have a three-party. You have an advertiser, the person who's paying for the ad. You have the content where the ad is showing, maybe a video on YouTube. That's the publisher. And then you have the YouTube itself as the ad network, as the middleman between the advertisers and the content creator. So if you have a question, please make sure you put in the chat. I'm gonna respond. Or if I go faster, so make sure you let me know. I will slow down. So now we talk about the agency. So a marketing agency provides expert services to businesses, helping them reach their target audience and achieve marketing goals efficiently. So, for example, when I was in university, I started my marketing agency, right? So I was an agency. So my marketing agency, what we do is we go out there and find advertisers. People are looking to advertise online, but they don't have the skill. They don't know how to do it. So then we hire the ad agency to provide expert services in advertising for them. So the ad agency, if you think about it, is just like a marketing company, where you go, you look for someone like, hey, I have this company and I'm looking to market this company, but I don't know how to do so, and I want you to actually help me out. You know what I mean? So that's ad agency. So now let's talk about the channel. So marketing channel refer to the specific medium or platform used by business to reach and engage with their targeting audience, such as social media, email, search engine, print, and television. So marketing agency is basically marketing channel is basically any venue you can use to actually display ad. This can include television, it can include newspaper, can include search engine, Google, can include email marketing. Like most, some people probably who are on this call, they came here from email marketing as well. So now, there's another term I want to go to, which is B2C and B2B and D2C and B2G. So B2C is business to customer, B2B is business to business, D2C is direct to consumer, and B2G is business to government. So this is just a type of business. When you're going to work with your clients or customer, you have to know what type of business they're in, so you can actually choose appropriate platform you're going to use to market their business. So now, the other thing we're going to talk about is so A/B testing. You know what I mean? If a customer say, hey, for example, if you get a customer for the first time, you want to build the profile of your customer. So you have to do a little bit of some testing. And this is more like experimenting with two different versions of the web page, email advertisement to determine which one perform better. So for example, I want to run ad campaign. So before the first thing I will do is I will run two ad campaign, and those two ad campaign will be targeting two different people. And then I will see which one perform better. The one which perform better is going to become my strategy moving forward. So now that thing is what you call CTA, which is called call to action. So the call to action is basically, when you're running ads, you have, what you call to action. What does the customer gonna do when they see the ad? They may either buy the product or sign up on an ad they see. So now the last one is CTR, which is conversion rate. And this also means if 1,000 people see the ads you are running, how many of them actually bought the product? So that's what you call conversion rate. So your clients may ask you, or your boss may ask you, hey, what is the conversion rate on the ad you're running? And you may say, hey, my conversion rate is 5% or 10% or 20%. So they know now if the money they spend on ads is actually worth it. So now the last one is ROI, which is the return on investment, and the measurement of profitability of an investment often is used to evaluate the effectiveness of marketing campaign. So this is also means, let's say for example, we invested $5,000 in a marketing campaign. So the question is, how much money do we make from that marketing campaign? And then if you say, okay, we made $6,000, then the return on investment is just $1,000. It's basically how much money you made out of the money invested in marketing campaign. So now what you call search engine marketing. Search engine marketing is usually used in App Store. If you have like Google Play Store, or you have App Store, it's basically the way you run a marketing campaign. When people start your application, any question? So basically, search engine marketing is the marketing which is based on driving sale download based on a search. This can be happening in a Google Play Store, can be happening in a Apple App Store, can happen on Google Search as well. So then we're going to talk about landing page. If you're running a marketing, basically most of the clients you're going to work with, they're going to ask you to create a landing page. This is used to capture the lead. Let's say for me, I have a company which provide education for marketing, digital marketing education. So if I'm running a campaign, I'm going to create what you call a landing page, which is a one page. When you click on my ad, You're going to go on that page, maybe sign up for a meeting or sign up or sign up for the classes. You know what I mean? It's basically all about like, conversions, having people take actions or particular action on your campaign. It's basically, I have one page, you click on my ad, you go to that page, and I'm like, hey, fill up this form and give me your information, and then we're going to schedule a meeting with you. So that's the landing page. So now, this is going to be a time for a quiz. Gonna be four questions. The answer, as we do all the time, the answer are going to be in a chat. So you can actually answer the question in the chat, and you're gonna be having about a minute to think about it. So the first question is, which one is not a marketing KPI for e-commerce? So we are running a marketing campaign, marketing for an e-commerce or a website which sells product online. Which one is not the right KPI you're going to track? So number one is app download, purchases, sign up, and website visit. Anyone? So you're just going to type the letter. You can just type A, B, C, D. Which one do you think is the right answer? So if you're running a marketing campaign for e-commerce, maybe they have app store, maybe they have app. So when you do app downloads, the app download counts as a KPI. If they buy a product, that counts as a KPI because you are tracking the action the users are taking on your website, and those actions must have a significant impact on your business as overall. Sign up, it's a marketing KPI. Website visit is not actual marketing KPI because if somebody comes on your website only, it does not mean anything for your business. I mean, so you're not going to track how many people visit. You want to track how many actions taken on your website. So the second question is, when advertising on Google, how do marketers measure cost? Cost per click, pay per click, or cost per 1,000 impression? Anyone? You can do A, B, C. Just gonna write a letter what you think is right. When advertising on Google, how do marketers measure cost? This basically means if you're advertising on Google, how do you measure how much money you spend on that campaign? So I think some people that kind of like maybe they understand it, I'm going to kind of give a little bit of some answer over here. So the cost per click, is how you actually measure the cost you are spending on Google. Pay per click is basically your strategy, how you're going to pay for marketing, right? So, but cost per click is actually the actual cost. Pay per click is actually the overall strategy you're actually running with the entire campaign. Then CPM, cost per 1,000 impressions. That is for usually when you are like running campaigns on a Facebook or YouTube. Any question? So now we got two more questions right here.
Sorry, I have sorry. I have a question on that. I have a question on the first question. I mean, the one that says which one is not a marketing KPI for e-commerce. That one, the website visit. I haven't understood that one because if at all someone have seen your ad and has visited the website, your real website, that means it is part of the marketing that has convinced the person to click or visit your website.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's a part of the marketing that's convinced somebody to click the website. But what is the impact of that person going on a website and then exit? If your boss asks you, hey, give me the report for our KPI for the latest campaign, you know what I mean? Are you going to add the website visit? That's what you call vanity metrics. It's the metrics which looks nice on paper but has no real impact on a business. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? The real KPI you are tracking is a KPI which have a real impact or which move your business forward. People visiting on a website and click out. Usually, most of the time, you can actually even call them a bounced visit, which is really actually even bad on paper. If somebody that click on the website and they're not doing anything, they're clicking out, you know what I mean? It's not actually even look good, even if you put on a paper. You understand my point?
Yes, I understand now.
So the right KPI you want to measure, KPI which have impacts on your boss's bottom line. Because remember, if you're running a marketing for someone, your job is to make them money. You cannot make them money, they're going to fire you. So you have to be able to make them money. And website business does not make money. You good?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna be which metric is used to measure how often people are clicking on your ad? So there's a click-through rates, cost per click, landing page, or call to action. Which one? So you can just put A, B, or C, D. So here the answer is A. Is the click-through rate. So which means 1,000 people view the ad, 30% clicked. So if your boss asks you what is our click-through rate, it's 30%. Means every 1,000 people are watching our ads, 30% of them that taking action. CPC's cost per click is how you measure the cost, how you are paying for that ad. It's not the click-through rate. Call to action is basically what you want people to do when they see the ad. So then the last question is, who is the publisher among these three? Facebook, CNN, or New York? Who is not a publisher? Facebook, CNN, or New York Times? So here again, who is not a publisher is Facebook. Facebook is ad network. It's not a publisher. Facebook, their job is to be in between you